Let's get started. Thank you everybody for joining us here in person and live out there. We'll go ahead and get started with the second staff meeting here in January. We can lead things off with partner announcements. Tristan, did you have anything from the APC board?
So we just moved out of GPS last weekend. They are going to be completely out of there apparently this weekend. Everything went smooth. It only took us nearly the entire day, but we got it moved out. Yeah, it was all right. We cleared out half a dumpster worth of things, like food and silverware, and yeah, it was joy. Um, Otherwise, the only other thing on our list at this point in time is the upcoming election vote for John Hermansdorfer to the board of directors as member at large. We will be having that vote next week. Um, that is really about it. Thank you very much.
As a reminder, also for everybody out there in the YouTube chat, make sure that you get signed in. You get marked for attendance for today. We can move into department updates. I'll let Matt and Brittany go forward with theirs. Go ahead, Brittany.
Right, let me look up the email. I do have an update from video. So far, we've got video permissions requested, sound bars have been ordered. Our streaming room is confirmed, and they've got all their requests set, so it's awesome. Info for program is going out this week. So everything is going great with video. Looks like we'll have to kind of engage with Crunchyroll and kind of see what's up. Yeah. Haven't had any updates specifically from Artist Alley or vendors, but I do know we're in the process of invoicing right now, figuring out like tax forms and stuff. So I'll be sending some updates about that. And we're going through waitlist right now, so she's getting all the confirmations out, which is fantastic. And we have confirmed our cosplay guests for facing, and we've confirmed Wild Bills, so we'll try to get some media push out sometime soon, similar to what Auntie just did last week.
Yeah, I did email them to ask for social media, or whatever social media materials they want us to use in the social media push late last week. So just waiting on that from them so we can get that delivered out.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Then in terms of video gaming, we're at the point where we're confirming some tournament organizers. For video gaming, we have like a lot of spicy cool stuff happening for tournaments this year. I'm still working out with Ton to figure out the staff allocation for that. And great time for, as a reminder, make sure everyone fills out staff form stuff. We can offer like minimal extensions for people if they're still figuring out their staffing. But we're looking at maybe second week of February at maximum for those extensions. Sure, like if you're still figuring out your staff, that you're getting that established with your department head, with your chair, and that's all getting sorted out through there. Big stuff happening for video gaming, but I think that's all I have for updates.
So I don't have too many updates for the whole group here. Looks like everybody's on track. We should have a good amount of those this year. Right now it's about 16, but we still have a couple days for that to go.
That's exciting.
Yep. Thanks for that. Just contracts. Troy gets a good invoice, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to send the corrected one back.
We just contracted with external or outside security just to kind of beef up our numbers, kind of deal with problems outside the hotel that we can't deal with. Yeah, that's their name.
Security. I love them. That's so cute.
John, do you have anything you just want to ask quick, or you good? Okay. Sounds good. We can take care of that. Oh, did you have a deadline for that too? Perfect. And then logistics would request anyone who can help with either load in on Thursday or load out on Sunday, please get a hold of us so I can get an appropriate head count. Just kind of make that logistically much more smooth. Other than that, that's all I got. Logistics. Yeah, that's what I've got for my department. If you want to speak for your department, you're certainly welcome to, of course.
Actually, I just need to get a summer head count.
Got it. Back to you, Troy.
Go to triple, make sure that you get volunteers or information if you are going to need volunteers in your department at Common. There's happened a number of years where you get to Common and you're like, I need bodies. It's important that you let her know that before the end of this month so that she can build that into the. Yeah, well, for the volunteering, please help Hope to help you make that easy. There's already sometimes difficult for us to find the volunteers. It's much more difficult to find them if you did not let her know that she needs to find them. Right. Yeah.
Please don't find the bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, once they bulldoze the Thunderbird, I think we're pretty good. They're pretty buried, they took that away. Let's see. I had a few covering for, I don't know if they would make sure to get out their emails. If they did, they know they were going to do it this weekend. Kristen and Allie are a little incommunicado for probably the rest of this week. They are doing their directoring positions at AMP. So if you need anything, just shoot an email to the chairman group, and we'll try to get that answered and assessed until they are kind of back in the fold, since AMP is this coming weekend, next weekend, whatever, however you look at it. Let me see what I had here. I had something from people. Scrolling. I have guests. Guest is working on flight last minute, or not last minute, the last kind of group of flight arrangements. Working on scheduling and programming. They're at about 60% on that. They should have it done for their programming due dates. They're working with the cosplay guests, getting flight streams, social media posted, bios and pics of the website as well. I think they're missing some information for one of the cosplay guests. They're building out their staff with some of our convention partners from NebraskaCon and Twin Cities Con. Looks like Right Stuff will be attending Detour, working with them to get ad swap information and panel information in before the deadline. Working with some partner table. Looks like Nami still wants to attend. Color World, which is one of our sponsors, she's sorting some stuff out for that. Looks like she had a question here that for the deadline for requesting volunteers, which we covered, is January 31st. And then it looks like she needs to speak with Colton about equipment questions for the guest green room. And she's looking to talk with Ari from IT about launching the information for the registration for Acme VIP package. Looks like that was it for guests. That's some things to program. Just need to try it out. What is it? Just give me 1 second. Yeah. No, that doesn't bother me. Programming panel submissions closed in 2 days. Make sure to get any of your panel ideas in right now.
Right.
Yeah, right now.
Really, right.
We did get a comment on Discord, people want cosplay chef back.
I saw that,
Who would run?
Yeah, I don't know who used to run it.
I said, I was like, I don't know if first he ran it, like, that.
2 ways to run cosplay checks. You can do it just as a login and do check that way. MetroCon many years ago, I don't know if they still do it, did an elaborate cosplay check, which is a wonderful event that people came in first. They did a huge storyline for dressing
Oh,
cosplay,
nice.
which is really cool. That is a big event.
Right, that's a huge
So
undertaking.
there were 2 ways to do it. I know both ways, but I did see that comment, so.
Yeah, with, our panels being, attendees submitted, I don't know who ran it or for how long, or yeah.
Cosplay check.
Yeah, it's in the room, and then it's kind of like, that scene in Harry Potter, where it's.
A piece, and then you have 2 game masters who are moving each side of the board.
Yeah, so you as a cosplayer act out the role of a king in the chess game, and you're directed by that game master to play the game. So you roll.
On the game.
Some of us are queens, okay?
Yeah, and I'm thinking. Yeah. Or they can just play it with us. It's really hard.
Yeah, that was like a great debate. Some of those have been like some of our very well attended. And, if somebody doesn't put into, run it, then it doesn't just appear.
Running it for empty, can we still listen?
Probably not.
I play
We could
chess,
certainly
but
talk to
I
them
don't-
about.
I've never been in the cosplay chess. I've just
I've
watched it.
heard a lot of fun to be a few.
What we
I'm
can do
skilled.
is just see if we can establish a contact for the folks putting it on at Anki this year. It would be for looking at how to see if we can bring something over for 2024, as it's fairly popular and obviously not something like you guys should have to
Think about it right now. Maybe any of you will submit a pin for cosplay fest and decide to run it right now. 2 days.
What about staff cosplay chest? I feel like we have almost enough keys this year. I see so many pawns and so many queens and one king in this room.
I did think that the chairman is the king.
Wow.
Oh my
To be, the knife, because like running something around.
How difficult. Tristan builds me up while Matt says, very difficult.
Is there one king quiz the opposing?
Usually Tristan. Or Matt.
I'll always be on the position.
Because I just say you're the queen. You and Sputnik. What's happening? Keep in mind, staff, if you have the ability or the desire to run panels, please, we encourage that. There are a number of staff every year that run really excellent panels. So please, if you have something that you want to put out there, some certain portion of fandom that you're really passionate about, please make sure you get those in and help watch that part out. I don't know if James had anything from registration. The cosplay folks, did you guys have anything? If you sent the thing in, I didn't. And I didn't mean that I just got, I just meant it's me. Cosplay is over.
So
Okay, great. Nope, sounds good. Let's see. Tristan, did you have anything text specific?
No, there's one not besides.
Okay. Let's see. Yes. I think we're good there. I think we had themes. Was that was the end of the month? If you did not receive your last year's blurb that was in the guide, and I realize we have a number of new department heads. So if you have not received that, please let themes know. They can forward that to you if you want to make some changes. If it is germane to your department, if you're a department that has hours, please look those over. If those have changed one way or the other, please make those adjustments. If you want to change the wording, please do that and get that back to themes by the end of the month. Like we said, that'll be more specifically for departments that don't have, events, like, beginning and programming, things like that. So it's kind of a blurb about your department. So if you haven't received that, please let themes know. If you have, please take a look at that, resubmit or edit and resubmit to themes so that can, get into the guide. It really impacts themes, if they're holding off on one or two departments. They're able to get 85% of it done and then they're just waiting for you. So,
It's tricked out because my screen's off. See everything on there.
oh,
Yeah, I just got like 3 monitors in front of my face.
and those are the actual glasses.
What you want to go on?
So yeah, please get those in, otherwise it does hold up, the ability to complete the guide, which can in part, and inhibit the ability for us to get that back out approved. Delays the ability to get it printed, and then it really starts to impact everything. And then I worry about like every year about Jeff reading us, and that makes it a bit so do that.
Already Monday. Once you make the jump.
And she just sent the email to us, I think, right?
So I remember correctly, so last year we used that SCAD act, that was built into part of, IT's budget. And so I think that we are rolling with that again this year. And then next year, as part of that, event meeting where it has, all of these kind of, robust bits and pieces, that will have the ability to incorporate a lot of our scheduling things onto that. So a lot of the things will just be able to be done on eventing like staff scheduling and
And whoever, whoever sent an email out with instructions to do that, because.
yeah, I don't remember that last year. I will find out from them how that gets stuff will. And let's see, I don't think we had anything yet from, Ballpark, but I will ping, Colton and find out. Typically, this is the time of year when Ballcon would be asking, staff for your departments if you had any specific requests, like pints of water, specific, types of food, like we want a thing of beef jerky or a thing of peanuts or something like that to be left in the department. And then, I believe also if there was, any type of schedule for, requested, con-suite visits, as possible. So I can check the old and see where they are at on them with,
So I sent him that form from last year this morning,
Okay.
so he's gonna work on getting that sent out soon. Also, the question that we have, does anyone know the names of the people that did the mobile concert last year? You can talk to me after.
Yes, I knew who did it a few years ago, but I don't know who did it last year.
I have a list of everyone that was signed up last week, but I don't know what time of day.
And let's see, do you have anything else, specifically for merch, Christina?
No. Because we ordered all the things, that has most of that.
Do we, I don't know that we had, ever mentioned in large about the really super cool, awesome thing.
We're happy until next
I just don't, do we wanna not tell them until next year?
I mean, that's not my
Then never mind, there's nothing.
And then they take like
Yeah.
9 months,
So yeah, that's super awesome.
Is there the potential we could do, like, once we secure our numbers, to do a pre-sale this year for plushies, like a pre-order?
What we're gonna do is we get
Yeah,
Is to like hype up people looking at merch this year for next year. obviously I love Plunkies every year of my life, but like since it's something that's upcoming, depending on where we're at and securing
Well, the
quantity.
thing is that the minimum order is 1,200, and I can't imagine order than that,
Right.
because that's so much to store.
But that's what I'm saying. If we initiated pre-orders at this con, like pre-orders where we accepted payment and all that jazz, we established what our quantities were going to be. We'll have pre-numbers to kind of judge initially. Okay, maybe this is a third of next year, a fourth of next year to build into. Just an
It
idea.
might be a logistic.
I will say, really, and if they don't sell out,
Yeah.
you can get collectible copies each year.
Yeah, I think the cool thing, so I think it was something that we talked about, and like Ally and I talked about it years ago, and we've been talking about it for a number of years, so it's super exciting that we're able to do it. Would have been super awesome to roll out for the 20th year,
Yeah.
but that's just sort of like a,
Well, we
but it's, yeah, now our plushies are able to drink, so it's super cool, we can roll that out. Yeah, so that'll be awesome. We're excited about that, something that we've wanted to add for a number of years, and another, hate to say it, but a number of other cons do it, and it seems to go over very well. People, buy them, so it's really cool. Unfortunately, the bad news is the plushie is of me, so I don't. The wheelchair accessory is. That's the part that comes from China before last week, so. Well, then you have to get the legs. You need to see that add up. Yeah. Did you, Amanda, did you have stuff from photo states?
Most of what I'm dealing with has to be on hold until I understand what the schedule.
Okay, we can work with that. So then
I am looking for more photography staff. Possibly more staff.
okay. If you want to work with us on a social media stuff, if that's how you want to do some recruiting, we could see about getting the post out there and see what comes in, and then you can like vet that how you want and talk to people about.
Allie should be bringing it to us.
Yeah. So yeah, once that, well, we want to send it to the chairman group, but like I said, right now, only because right now she's focusing on Yankee, so it'll be delayed. It could be delayed by another week and a half. So we might be able to just shift that and apply some generic existing AV artwork to that and get the post out there so that you can hopefully start seeing some return on that post. I think that covers all of the departments. We are 68 days out. Tony.
Just that I set up the website today or yesterday. It's going to go a little different this year.
You want to explain it? Because I know we have a number of new department heads.
Yeah.
And just as a refresher for whether they're new or are new to the role or new overall, if you just want to explain that a little bit.
So this year's going to go a little different from previous years. There's some issues with what they want in the hotel and all that. Basically, the form I sent out, there's a tab that's 2023. Look at that tab. Well, I've changed that just. Thank you, whoever it was that sent me saying, hey,
Was it Christina?
No.
Okay. It's usually Christina who corrects me, so.
Just find your department on there. See what rooms you have. If those rooms are correct, you're good to go. Check what is in that room. If everything looks perfectly fine, then just leave it green, don't touch it. If all the requests for that room is good. If you need to change rooms, if you need to change what's in your room, do so, but then highlight the whole thing and change it to yellow.
Okay.
And we're just doing that. This is all we're doing this year.
I don't know if it's okay.
Detour meeting, sign in.com.
So what's your department? Photography. So were you doing? maybe underscore photography at, and we give them.
And
Okay.
make sure if you have any questions to please ask. It does really tie into, it increases our final billing costs at the hotel. If you get to the hotel, and your rooms are like set up in the way that you need them to be to facilitate what we want to put in front of the guests, we want them to be. So we will ask the hotel to make those changes. And the hotel will gladly make those changes. And they will bill us for those changes. So we would like to, do it early enough so that it is part of what we are already paying on our existing contract. So please take a close look at those, check it, duplicate and triplicate, and if you have any questions, I don't want to funnel all towards Tony, but that is literally, Tony is, it's Tony.
There's minor changes like moving one table or
Yeah.
a couple chairs removed, it's not a big deal, but those numbers are fine. Super, we're not getting exactly the number of chairs you need, but it's like, if you have no chairs in the room, you're like, I need 30 chairs. Not gonna be in charge.
If you ordered a stage in previous years and you just let it ride this year, and then you went in there and said, I don't want this stage in here, please don't do that. Right.
Yeah.
They have limited chairs, tables, height and drape, staging, things like that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, then that does show up on our final billing, which increases our overall budgeting. So we're just asking everybody, to, please take care of the things within your department. If you have any questions, ask. We're here to help. In this instance, that's literally Tony's area of expertise. So you can ask me. Most likely, I'm going to say, let's ask Tony. So that's how that will work. But
Please send questions, anything to me.
and as we get, as we are in this side of things, if your department has things that you want to start promoting, make sure we're working with social media so that we can get those things out there. It doesn't particularly have to be, make sure we're expecting the 3-day window on that. So think of that for yourself, like, I want this promoted in 3 days. They may be able to get it up earlier, but just expect, 3 days. It doesn't have to be something that is only going to try and push registration, because we want to continue to drive those positive aspects of what we have at the convention, even when pre-reg is closed. People may not have decided yet to attend and will decide to attend. Unfortunately, that will increase our, somewhat unfortunately, that will increase our walk-up reg, which is an additional thing for our registration. We do encourage people to pre-reg, but we want to continue to let people know, like, these are, we'll have a tournament schedule from video gaming. We'll be able to continue to promote Acme, our guest of honor, cosplay stuff, gnome game schedule, whatever other sort of things. I may be forgetting, the drag show overlaps when we have different materials from them that we can promote, visual assets and things like that. So any of those type of things that you guys think like, hey, this is cool, let the people know things are cool stuff on photography, so I'm not trying to leave anybody out, but any of those types of things, make sure that we're getting that to social media so we can get it out there and say, this is cool, come see this, bring your wallets. That sort of thing. Is there anything else that everybody can think of? If you have any questions, let us know. Otherwise, we can close the meeting and just do the meeting after the meeting part. Anything on chat?
I'm looking, there's a question about if we're bringing back, staff badge pickup or guest badge pickup on Thursday. I said they'll be at the reg after we get them onboarded.
It definitely is up to Reg. We have had preliminary discussions where it is an initiative that we wanted to continue. As we've just brought on games, we want to make sure that it is not something that we say, you are doing this, we decided. So we want to make sure that, yeah, it is something that we wanted to continue.
Enjoy the maximum at the con.
And
We do have earlier hours for Friday as well.
yeah, and I think we had noticed even as far back as the last 2 years at the DoubleTree that we were seeing far more attendees getting hotel rooms on a Thursday. so there was many more people on site, so, some of the preliminary things that we looked at when looking at whether to continue to do it, we're in a small window of time, but again, we wanna make sure that we have, collaborating with.
Jim says he doesn't want to do Thursday.
Okay, yeah, so
Yay, Jim.
James is on board with that, so then we'll start fleshing out, you know, what those hours are, how many of those hours, and work with, James on that, so, and then make sure that that's pushed out to, the attendees on what that looks like. Yeah, that's a good, something that, we've wanted to start, and, well, last year was there. It was it was a thing. And it's when
It was a wonderful surprise.
it went less well on our end than we would have preferred it to. I mean, as far as the attendees, they were like, "This is awesome," and we were like, "Well, I think so." It was well received for that. We are furiously ironing out these kinks. But yeah, so it's something we'll be looking to continue. There's nothing else. We'll go ahead and formally close the meeting. Make sure, folks online, you go ahead and get your attendance stuff taken care of so that, counts towards your voting rights. If there's anything else post-meeting, shoot an email to the chairman group or your department heads or your vice chairs. And we'll see everybody next month. Thank you.
Starting earlier on Friday, my kids stopped opening Friday.
Curtis was 9 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.